All right, let's bring in the former acting ICE director, Tom Homan. Welcome back, Tom. Good to see you again, sir. Now, what is it? 1,500 COVID-positive migrants have crossed our border. There's the number, 1,553 from the city of Brownsville. That's the source. Do we know where these people are going?
Well, they're being released into the interior United States. They're going to our neighborhoods and our cities. And the 1553, Stuart, that's just what we know about, right? Because the bartender's partially right. The families and the children, they're turning themselves over because they know they're getting released. The single adults, they're still hiding and escaping apprehension. Border Patrol is estimating over 1,000 gotaways every day because of sensor traffic, camera traffic, drone traffic. Over 1,000 gotaways every day of single adults that don't want to be caught. Who knows how many of them are infected?
So we're importing another COVID problem, and the border, I mean, I don't know how far I can go with this, but is it a super spreader at this point? What are the states saying? I mean, when these folks arrive at the bus station, do we have any control over them if they're COVID positive? Any control at all?
No. Look, the federal government has dropped the ball on this. And not only are we importing COVID cases, Stuart, we're importing workers. Because when these family groups and they get to the final destination, they're being NTA'd, which means notice to appear to see an immigration judge. When you get NTA'd and OR'd, you qualify for work authorization. So not only we get talking about COVID and the pandemic, you're talking about unemployment rates high in this country, and they're going to be competing for some of the same middle-class jobs Americans will compete for. Everybody says, well, they just take low-paying jobs. Wrong. I've done this for 34 years. A lot of these jobs are good-paying middle-class jobs that they're going to compete for against American citizens in the unemployment crisis that we're in right now.
I just saw the report that FEMA agents are being sent to the border, taken from here and sent there to the border. Why?
I don't know. The Biden administration says there's not a crisis, but you talk about the Federal Emergency Management Agency, whose mission statement, it says, I wrote down, they prepare and react to catastrophic disasters. That is their goal. So apparently there's a disaster on the border of catastrophic proportions. There's a crisis. Actions speak louder than words. They can keep denying the word crisis all they want, but when you send hundreds of Border Patrol agents to the border and you build a lot of child detention facilities and you send FEMA down there, you got a problem. Actions speak louder than words.
Before the election, we knew that border people had drones up in the air looking out into Mexico so you could see the people coming. Are we now looking at literally tens of thousands of people on the road in Central America and Mexico coming here? Is it tens of thousands?
Absolutely. What you're seeing right now is just tip of the iceberg. Once Mexico stops taking COVID, the Title 42 designation, returning some people back to Mexico as COVID, once that stops, you're going to see unprecedented surge at this border that we've never seen before. I wrote an op-ed in July last year, and I said if Joe Biden becomes president, we lose the border. We're already starting to lose it. You see the numbers. You can't hide the data.
What do you think Biden should do today?
Call President Trump and ask him how he secured the border under his administration. How did President Trump have the most secure border in my over 30 years of my career? The most secure border I've ever seen. So he got away from all the Trump's policies and out-of-the-box thinking that help us secure the border. He should give him a call and say, well, I'm sorry. Tell me how you did it again so I can fix it just like you fixed it. That's what he should do.
He won't, but I'm listening to you, Tom. He should.
Yeah, well, call me.
Hey, Tom,
call me. I'll take his phone call.
Yeah,
call me. He can call me. I'll tell him how to do it.
In the unlikely event that they're watching this program, I'm sure they will call you, but there you go. Thanks very much, Tom Homan. We'll see you again real soon.